A new law in the state of Illinois forces state schools to investigate reports of cyberbullying, even when it happens outside of school. What the law doesn't state is exactly how schools should go about doing their investigation of these cases of cyberbullying, prompting some to believe that officials could violate the privacy of students. So here with more on how the law seeks to prevent bullying and whether or not a similar law, or at least similar in its spirit, could make its way to Texas, is counseling professional and children's author Melissa Williams. Thank you for coming in today.
Good morning.
Good morning. What does the law in the state of Illinois state?
Yes, this law, it was created actually because of concerned parents whose children were being cyberbullied and afraid to go back to school. And without this law over the past few years, the schools, they haven't been able to do anything. So this law now allows them to investigate cyberbullying happening outside of school for the first time.
So it's happening between students, perhaps,
right,
but not at school. So they say, hey, it's out of our jurisdiction. Until now, they're in the state of Illinois.
Exactly.
So what are the concerns about the students' privacy in all of this?
Well, the big concern came out when a district in southern Illinois sent out a letter to parents stating, if we have concerns and there is a reason for us to investigate your child violating a disciplinary policy, we may be asking for your social media passwords. Ooh. That's when the parents, they interpreted this as the schools are now asking for our kids' passwords, but that's not actually what they meant. So they've gone back to state, this is only if something dire were to happen.
We thought it'd be important to talk about this morning because we know so many parents come to us and say, hey, my kid's being bullied online. This really does apply in the state of Texas. Where are we in our approach to handling these things here in our state?
Well, we don't see this law happening anytime soon, but it is of concern because schools, they say they have a zero tolerance policy, but if there is no action behind being able to stop cyberbullying especially, then we really don't have a zero tolerance policy.
What can parents do about this? What should the approach be for parents who feel like, okay, there is some not so nice interaction going on from my child online with her supposed or his supposed friends?
Well, the big thing is going to be communicating the parent to the child what actually is cyberbullying. If you go into the bill, they will specifically state everything that cyberbullying includes. That includes stalking, that includes posing as somebody else online, publicly humiliating somebody online, and etc. So if the parent actually knows what that includes, they can warn the child, because sometimes kids may not know that what they're doing is actually a huge deal in the welfare and health of a child.
And they're caught off guard, too, when somebody does it to them.
Exactly. So with this new law, it's really going to keep the kids on their toes and being a little bit more responsible on what they're saying online, which I think is a good thing.
Right, because this is preparation for the adult world, is it not?
Exactly, exactly. Because when they're in the professional world, the workforce, everyone looks online to see what you're saying and to see who you really are outside of the office.
Melissa, thank you so much for coming in today. For more information about Melissa, including her books and her writing workshops, head to her website, melissamwilliamsauthor.com. Coming up in